In 1964, a historical event happened. No, I don't have my dates wrong. I'm not talking about the Bigfoot caught on film quite yet. This event was the setup for everything else that happened afterwards. But let's start at the beginning, where we belong. Jerry Crew, a heavy equipment operator, was working on a bridge on the 12N logging road system, and he discovered the prints of a large animal left in the soft crushed granite sand from the plowing of the roads. It was all deemed a hoax, but some people still believed that the animal was real. The Forest Service ignored the signs as no animal made such tracks, so they had no reason to investigate, and the mystery continued. Quite a few sightings happened around the Bluff Creek area, but an amazing once-in-a-lifetime event was about to change everything. In 1964, a massive flood hit the Bluff Creek area, washing away many of the debris trees downstream and actually damming the creek. For months, the area actually retained the flowing water and flooded the entire area until something finally had to give. What gave out, you might ask? The mountain, not the creek. Bluff Creek decided it was going to change how it emptied out into the Klamath River and relieve the floodwaters from where the river changed. It was changed forever. Because now the course of the river was actually changed, new animals were moving into the locations where new growth was growing and food sources remained where there had been none before. Then, in 1967, two men set off to document the beast on film, and this was the very footage that they captured. Those two men were Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin. Sadly, through the years, the footage was expected to be a hoax. Time after time, analysis were conducted on the footage, but to no real conclusions. It was either a man in a suit or the elusive creature known as Bigfoot. Peter Byrne, the once famous Bigfoot researcher, and Ray DeHenden visited the site. Sadly, over time, the film site grew over and became more and more difficult to find. So much so that Peter Byrne tried to return to the site in the 90s and could not locate it. Then again in 1998, John Green and Bob Titmus were seen actually lost in the woods, and Ray DeHenden either forgot exactly or became too incapacitated to recall it from old age. But as the years went on, the site faded from known history, and upon DeHenden's death in 2001, it was nearly lost forever. In the late 1990s to 2000s, incorrect location information was posted to the forums online. When GPS became available, all the locations were wrong. Daniel Perez published his booklet with the correct mark on the map, but couldn't actually find the site. He wrote articles with photos and GPS of the wrong location. In 2003, Perez led the group to an incorrect site, which led to publishing his books and web pages with incorrect aerial imagery. In 2001, Stephen Streifert of Bigfoot Books and the Bluff Creek Project member went down there and couldn't for the life of him find the site himself. In 2007 again, Cliff Barackman and James Bobo Fay were aware of the upper area from Daniel Perez's book and Gemlin's feelings from 2003, but no one could actually find the landmarks. Cliff used to show the creek gravel bed and say, well, that must have been the film site, as if it were washed away. In 2009, everything changed once again. The Bluff Creek Project was born. By 2010, they had settled on the upper sandbar as the probable location, but that was little satisfaction for the group. They wanted to find the artifacts in the exact location that Patterson stood and filmed the creature. In 2011, the site was finally located and mathematically proven by the artifacts by the group's geologist, Cheney. Now that you have an idea of just why this project exists, let's clear up the timeline just a bit. Initially, it started out as the Bluff Creek Film Site project. In 2009, some of the local members near the site decided to investigate the film site location. That was when the Great Confusion was discovered. The team had settled on the upper sandbar as the starting point, but it was Stephen that actually found and proposed the Big Tree location, and it was then decided by the team that the survey would be completed. Team members Robert, Rowdy, and Stephen took the massive time to complete the full site survey on the location, while ghost member Ian had moved from the area. That map and the 1972 Renee DeHinden photo were the basis for the math whiz Jamie to work his magic and find all the angles to make the site 100% accurate to date. The Bluff Creek Project is an open-source volunteer project initially formed to locate the original Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film site. It consists of several project contributors who volunteered their time and gas money to complete the mountainous field work needed to confirm the site's location. They've been researching the area formally on foot since 2009. The Trail Cam project was launched in July of 2012, and it successfully raised enough money to purchase 4 high-end trail cameras. They committed all of their personal trail cameras to the project as well, for a total of 8 cameras installed at the site. The cameras were installed in late October 2012 on the 45th anniversary of the film. The cameras spent 7 months in total down at the film site, capturing the movements of Bluff Creek's inhabitants. They had a few camera failures, but all of the newly purchased cameras performed flawlessly. Since then, the expeditions have continued, and even if we have to pay for it out of pocket, it's going to continue from now on. But we need your help. That's why we're looking for sponsors. Contact us at facebook.com/Bluff Creek Project.